Warming up is a must for tactical shooters because in order to play your best, you have to feel your best. But Valorant makes a critical mistake with its warm-up game mode. Now, not only does this hinder your ability to warm up, but it also makes the game mode extremely unfun to play, and that's a big problem. And of course, we're talking about Deathmatch. Deathmatch was added into Valorant as a way to warm up before your games. But what is this big fundamental mistake that Riot has made when introducing this kind of warm-up? Well, the mistake is that they made Deathmatch a winnable game mode. Now, the reason this is a problem is because in whatever game you play, when you award somebody for their kills, they're going to try their best to do just that, get kills. Now, this normally wouldn't be a problem since it is Deathmatch and a warm-up, but the problem is that they tend to hide in corners and slow walk, and I'm sure a lot of you have experienced this when trying to warm up on Deathmatch. Now, how many times has that happened to you where you're in a deathmatch and you're trying to warm up and you die like 3 or 4 times because you die to people either in corners or they're trying to slow walk behind you, that way you don't hear them? Now, I don't know about you, but whenever I play a game mode that's meant to warm up, I want to actually warm up, and that doesn't help me at all. So I think Riot making Deathmatch a winnable game mode is a big fundamental flaw in its design. Now, what can be done to fix this issue? Well, there are a few things that I have in mind. I think one of the best ways to fix it is to make it an ongoing server. Now, this would mean that the match never ends and people don't really care how many kills you get or not because you can join and leave whenever you want. This will make it so people actually try to warm up and then dip rather than try to win that particular game mode that they're in. So for example, you would get into a deathmatch, you would warm up until you think that you're ready to leave, and then you just leave. You don't want to be hiding in corners because that's going to be counterproductive to what you're trying to do. Now, another thing that could fix it is that you can still have the timer on the game, that way you can change maps every few minutes, but you want to make sure that you don't want to count people's kills. Now, if you remove the ability to see your own kills in Team Deathmatch and everybody else's, that means that people will most likely stop trying to win. Now, another main issue with Team Deathmatch is that spawns take a little bit of time and the spawns are often very unpredictable. So let's talk about the death timer real quick. Before Deathmatch starts, you're actually in a warm-up for the Deathmatch, ironically enough. But whenever you die in that warm-up, you spawn immediately. You're literally back on the map within a second. When the game actually starts, however, there are about 3 or 4 seconds before you can spawn back in after dying. So in order to not lose time and try to get as many kills as possible so they can win, people will play extremely safe and play like bitches pretty much. So I think moving the timer to be instant after you die, like the way it is in the warm-up, would actually benefit Team Deathmatch in a lot of ways. Not only will it help you warm up a lot faster, but people won't play like bitches as much because they know that they're going to be right back in the action after they die. Now, the other problem with Team Deathmatch are the spawns themselves. I'm sure you guys know that the spawns in Team Deathmatch are fucking horrible. Now, of course, some maps are better than others, like Breeze, for example, which is complete shit. I've literally spawned in front of people, like facing each other. I've spawned facing someone's head. I've spawned facing someone like back of their head. Like, it's honestly so fucking bad, the spawns on that map. And you know, they're better on other maps, but they're still technically pretty bad overall. So not only do you have to worry about people in corners and people slow walking up to you on Team Deathmatch, but you have to worry about spawning in front of somebody else. Not only that, but sometimes people will slow walk around the map and wait for the audio cue that somebody has to spawn, that way they can instantly kill you. Now, I personally think that spawning back into the game should not make any noise because a lot of the times whenever you spawn into a game, somebody is around you. They're going to hear you spawn in and they're going to slow walk or wait for you to come around and get a free kill. Now, this makes the game extremely unfun for a lot of people, including myself. I do use it to warm up, but I really dislike the game mode in general. Another fix that they could do is have it so you actually become visible if you stay in the same area for about 2 seconds. So for example, each character could have a 4-foot diameter around them, and if they stay in the same diameter for more than 2 seconds, then they'll be exposed on the map. This would be really good because people would not stand in corners as much as they do now, and they could decide to do it still, but they would risk getting revealed to everybody else on the map. Now, to be fair, Team Deathmatch was a lot worse back when everybody could see everybody else on the map, but I feel like it still needs a lot of work in order to be as good as CSGO, for example. Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you like Team Deathmatch? Do you think it's a good warm-up? Do you prefer quick match? Let me know your thoughts. This has been FPS Kieran. For more Valorant guides, highlights, and discussion videos, keep it right here and make sure to hit that sub button so you won't miss any of my future videos. And I will see you in the next video, my dudes.